Welcome to How Do I Increase My VA Compensation? Today we're going to talk about increasing that compensation for hypertension. All right. And as with every increase, we use that 21-4138 to send up with the claim just to kind of give them a statement laying out what we want to do. And step one, as with any increase, is to look at that rating schedule. Right. This gives us an idea of exactly what the VA is looking for when they consider your increase for that condition. All right, so first thing we're going to do is go to the rating schedule and look at hypertension specifically so we can see what it is we need to show in order to get that increase. And then we'll come back to this template and walk you through this language. All right, so with hypertension, let's say I'm at a 10% rating and I want to get a 20. This is the language that I would need to qualify for a 20% rating. If I'm at 20 and want to go to 40, this is what I would need. 40 to 60, same thing, right? So you could pause the video now and just take a look at this, or you can go to the rating schedule yourself. You can just Google it, ECFR 38 Part 4. And then when you get in there, do Control F, that's the find function, and just type in hypertension, right? And it'll bring you right here. That diagnostic code is normally 7101. You can get the diagnostic code from your rating decision or from your code sheet. And we have a video as well to show you how to get that code sheet also, right? So if I'm trying to go from 10% to 20%, I would need to have diastolic pressure predominantly 110 or more, or systolic pressure predominantly 200 or more. And that or means you don't have to have both requirements. You only need one, diastolic or systolic. Diastolic is the number on the bottom, diastolic down. Yeah, pretty simple. And then the systolic is the one on the top, right? So with those readings, you want them to, if you qualify for a 20% rating, the number on the bottom would be 110 or more predominantly, and the number on the top would be 200 or more, right? So what you really want to do is just look at your readings, look at your blood pressure readings and seeing what they are predominantly, right? Let's say you have 3 or 4. What's the most that you're getting out of there? Is the diastolic pressure normally 110 above? If it's 100 or above, then you want to stay at that 10%. But if it is getting to that 110 or above or 120 or above, then you want to file for that increase. In this scenario, we're going to say we're at 10% and we're filing for an increase to 20%. All right. And now we're going to go to the 4138 and show you the exact language we would use to file for that increase. All right. So as you can see, the language from the rating schedule, we pretty much just took that and put it right here on that 21-4138. And the language would read, I, and whatever your name is, am filing for an increase to my hypertension condition. All right. I'm filing for an increase due to, and this is where we lay out what we found on the rating schedule, due to blood pressure readings showing a diastolic pressure of predominantly 110 or more, if that's the case from your readings, and if it is that your systolic pressure is predominantly 200 or more, you would just put that down there. All right. Medical records showing my readings are included. This one is pretty straightforward. It's based off of your blood pressure readings, right? So if you have predominant readings of 110 or more, that's what will take you from the 10% to the 20%, right? In this scenario, we're specifically talking about being at 10% and trying to get to 20%. All you'd have to do is include your readings, those blood pressure readings, with the package when you send it up there, and then you can just lay it out like this. I'm filing for an increase due to blood pressure readings showing diastolic pressure of predominantly 110 or more, if that's the case. And if it's the systolic pressure, it would be I'm filing for an increase due to blood pressure readings showing systolic pressure of predominantly 200 or more. Medical records showing my readings are included. Thank you for your time on this matter. And there we go right there, right? If you have the readings, here is the language. All you have to do, put those readings together with your 526EZ, right, to file the claim, and then send this 4138, just kind of laying it out for them. All right, and that's pretty much it. Right? You want to put thank you for your time on this matter because it is a person who's going to be reading this claim, right? So we always throw that in there at the end. But this is the language. You can pause the video, copy it, write it down. We also have more templates in that before you file course as well. And we have the guidebook available for you as always also, right? Hey, Learn the information. Use the information, right? Like, don't just listen to it. Use it. Use it in your claim. Use it for somebody else. Use it to help whoever's around you. Use it to help yourself, right? And if you deem it to be valuable, share the information. There's a lot of veterans out there who can benefit from this information. That's why we'll continue to produce it. And there will always be veterans coming out of the service, going into the service. At any step along the way, this stuff can help you. All right? Hey, have an incredible day.